All right, you guys, welcome in. Come on, Milo. All right, this community chat is going to be for the sun in Leo with the moon in Cancer. We spoke about earlier being at a balance here. It's currently 10:34 on the clock. Planetary hour of the sun. Let me get an update here. There we go. Looks like we are at 8 degrees and 24 minutes of the moon in Cancer and the first degree of Leo. All right. Let's look at Leo at the first degree with the energy of the sun. A case of apoplexy. All right. It says managing the fiery life force, an extreme level of emotional vitality requires an extraordinary degree of self-management to avoid danger, moderating our feelings of self-importance. And although fire is a vitalizing energy without which no life can exist, it is, of course, also very dangerous. On a psychological level, the fire in the heart, which is exemplified by Leo as courage, confidence, enthusiasm, and creativity, can also become dangerous if it goes to the head. The danger is that the ego's self-love becomes overblown and unrealistic, and in extreme cases, if thwarted, can give rise to red-faced, uncontrolled, apoplectic anger. It requires great strength of character fully to embody the life energy in our personality without losing poise and or perspective. All right, so this one speaks about irresistibility. To enjoy life, we must risk death. All right, so maybe something's coming to an end. Maybe. Let's see. With the moon in Cancer at 9 degrees. Take a look. A tiny nude mist reaching in the water for a fish. All right, so simply asking questions, answers are seeking questions as much as questions are seeking answers. We do not need to ask, however. So another quite contrasting process can also be applied towards the seeking of knowledge. Innocent spontaneity. Questions have their own power, and when in the correct state of mind and at the exact right time, we put a question into life, then very often the answer we need arises. If this way to gain understanding is to work well, then it is essential that we place no conditions or expectations upon the given answer. All right, well, I don't know. What I got from that is what is understood doesn't need to be explained. What is of importance is engagement rather than the outcome. All right, welcome in, you guys. Let's see what's going on here. Manipulation at its very best, and how well you deal with the situation. All right, so somebody could be using you, strategizing against you. All right, that is in the energy of the need to disappear or that needs to die out. All right, or something here needs to be forgotten. All right, we've got countryside here. Maybe this is somewhere you're residing. All right. It says aquaculture, irrigation, harvesting, and or renting. All right. Let's see what's going on. Gossip. Rumors, speculation, slander. Peace is here as well, bringing harmony and order and calmness and serenity into a situation. There's some sort of promise here that was made in connection to you making an oath, a contract, something like that. All right. Perseverance is here as well towards your destiny and planting your seed. All right. I don't know if the energy around you feels empty. All right. And where you continuously need to practice something here. What is that? Coming into alignment and or being in the energy of harmonizing the energy of love. All right, if you're collaborating with love for others, then that could be of significance, but there's nothing but chaos there. All right. So it's kind of giving me the Sun and Leo at the first degree. Again, the need to control, all right, the self when you feel like you're angry. Let's see what's going on. All right, there's a decision that has to be made is what it's saying here. There could definitely be lots of gossip. I see the birds coming in, and basically it's like someone screaming in your ear. All right, this person could be heartbroken. Two of Swords to the Three of Swords, heavy Libra energy. Two of Pentacles. There could be a need to gain control of a situation in the home environment. All right. I see 222 out here. All right, so there's balance that's needed in something. Whether this is someone's mental state, in someone's practical life, in someone's love life, surrounding the home, and things that you may be feeling like you're experiencing separation, loss, and or heartbreak from. All right. So whatever is happening here, somebody could be using you and or manipulating you, and where that needs to kind of like disappear, because there's some sort of speculation or slander happening in someone's environment where they're not at peace or things are not in order. All right. So if you're persevering towards your destiny here and you're planting that seed, then something around you feels empty, especially if you're in this energy overall with the need to align and or open up the energy of love with those that are around you, with those that you're collaborating with. All right, let's see. So 222, you're exactly where you need to be. Yeah, there needs to be like some sort of reciprocity in this energy. Like what you put in is what you get back. All right. Definitely in connection to, I don't know, this could be work as well. Because I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. All right. So this could be like in the connection of resources and everybody putting their money together possibly with something for the family, or just, again, spreading the energy of being at peace, whether it's in your mental, your practical, and or your emotional state. Things have to come into alignment is what it says. So again, everybody at the Sun at the first degree is probably dealing with some sort of anger. All right. Queen of Swords here. I feel like it's heavy right now that you concentrate on whatever it is that you're focusing on. You could be trying to stay very stern, very direct, okay? A Nine of Pentacles is here as well. So it could be something that you're working on building resources. Let's see. Ten of Cups is here. This would be something that you desire. All right. The Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. There could be a water sign masculine coming in. All right, with the Empress here as well. So this could be this person's wife or mother figure, a sister, an aunt, whoever. All right, there's the major tower coming up here. All right, I'm seeing the Empress in the tower. That's basically like Taurus and Scorpio energy in opposition. So this definitely has a lot to do with resources. If it's coming through as the Six of Pentacles, what's being reciprocated and who's more so not carrying the burden, but who's bringing in the most money to provide for the specific family. All right. So I don't know if someone desires to be very direct in what it is that they desire in someone that they're in love with before something splits into the energy of a tower. All right. There could be work that is split up in between three energies here with the Three of Cups. If someone is intuitive, that's what that Three of Cups means. This means that this is friends and family that you're surrounded by in the work environment. All right, the Queen of Wands is here as well. It could be something that you do that's creative and where this is your brand new beginning, but it's definitely like a very slow moving energy until something actually takes off with the Sun and the Fool card. All right, so something is overall being delayed in your energy because of this Emperor energy being attached to whatever is happening with whoever this is for. All right, because it has not just one person involved. There's many people involved in this. I see the Queen of Wands. I see the Queen of Swords. I see the Knight and the King of Cups. There's a lot of people out here already. But it's coming out in connection to resources, how it's being split up, how things are at an equal give and take, something like that. All right. So this Emperor that is obsessive about you is in this energy of desiring to come towards you for a brand new beginning here in Leo season. All right. But is not really showing face at this time with the Moon card here. All right. Someone is desiring either to express their emotions. All right. Someone from the past. This might be someone that you walked away from in connection to a home environment, all right? More so have packed your things and have gone, all right, down your own road. And now there seems to be this very aloof energy coming from this person, the King of Swords, all right? This isn't someone that normally is very open to communicating. He is a public speaker, but only for things that are of significance, all right? But this person wants to come in and express love here in Leo season, and that person is determined coming your way. Somebody could be feeling a sense of entrapment and wanting to move on from a situation overall to bring balance back in. All right, I have Justice here with the Hierophant. All right, so this could definitely be dealing with some sort of legal issue. All right, in a marriage as well. So someone feels entrapped and wants to move on from a situation, possibly in a marriage. Yeah, like wanting to end it, but doesn't know how to either express themselves or they're keeping it to themselves, something like that. All right, yeah, they're keeping this all like a secret. So that way they could have and or manifest their brand new beginning. They're kind of like thinking about it. All right. This person, whoever this Sagittarian energy is, could be running towards you to come in and reconcile with, I guess, an Aquarius here. All right. Desires this Aquarius after some sort of ending and or having clarified, receiving that communication that something is, you know, over and done with, like a cycle is closed out. Yeah. That would be like very successful with whoever that Sagittarius person is. They want to come in and collaborate. They might be watching you and the way that you've overall healed. They might want to be coming in and apologizing to you, all right? Or you have a King of Pentacle person wanting to come in and apologize to you as well, wanting also to have a brand new beginning. There's a lot of people coming in, but the focus here is trying to bring alignment to things in the home environment, to bring harmony and compatibility to a situation where there could be manipulation and or some sort of slander in connection to a rumor, okay? That's what this is speaking about. Let me move on. Let me pull something else. Let's see. That rumor card has been coming out like crazy. And the fact that the Two of Swords is first card coming out overall, it's basically like you don't want to hear the outside noise. You don't want to hear and or see and or deal with whatever the drama or the gossip may be, but it's something that you can't avoid because it's requiring some sort of reciprocation with those that you surround yourself by, and whatever seems to be part of your destiny and whatever you're in alignment with, all right, others may be feeling angry about. All right, so yeah, it's causing some sort of chaos there. You might want to try to ignore the chaos or ignore the betrayals that are taking place right now, all right, in connection to someone that you're committed to in marriage with the Ring card being here. This person might be trying to leave you feeling lonely or could be cheating on you or cheating you out of your wealth or your prosperity, okay? Because whoever it is that's receiving what you're meant to receive is possibly seen very much more abundant than you, and that's what's being kept a secret right now. All right, so let's see. I need Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Milo, you need some water, puppy? Give me 1 second, you guys. All right, you guys, let's see what's going on. All right, you guys, let's see what's going on. Welcome in, you guys. Randy wants to know what we're talking about. Welcome in, Randy. Slumdog Trillionaire, welcome in. See what's going on. Whoa. A lot of criticism right now, you guys. Like, a lot. All right, and it could be trying to take over your emotional state here with the moon in Scorpio, Saturn and Aries, especially if you're taking a risk with starting up your own business. Could be very much versatile. People want you to detach what it is that you appreciate doing as your creative expression. That's what this is. So you do something in the media as being self-expressive. It's pretty much in opposition to the energy of others being detached from you. All right, because you're starting up your own enterprise and you continue to push forward, but all you do is experience loss here. All right, because something requires order, whether this is Virgo's energy, you being of service to someone else, your day-to-day routine. It could be that your health is not right. Something here requires order. I'm seeing Virgo Pisces in opposition as well, where this North and South nodes is. Your romantic life could possibly need order right now, all right? Or you need to step into something new in connection to your romantic life. There's definitely somebody you're devoted to that is your companion, all right? But that Moon in Libra card is the very first card that came out over this way. So whatever is happening in connection to that gossip, it could be that person, all right, that has you in a situation that feels a little bit extreme at this time and creating some sort of quarrel for you in connection to your friendship with others, possibly even in the home environment with the moon in Cancer right now. All right, so I don't know, something about you guys' status and your intuition and whatever it is that you do, all right, how you're supposed to be inspiring other people, and it kind of feels like for whatever reason, people feel like you're scheming against them because of what you pick up on intuitively or the status that you hold as an intuitive. All right. Lee Rag, welcome in. Let's see. Let's see if the 3rd and the 9th house is coming out in opposition. There's either someone that has discovered you or you discovered something in which requires you to make a decision, because I have opposing energies here. When you're confronted with something, it's either going to be this or that. Okay? So there's some sort of resistance around your energy right now, especially if it has anything to do with you being in the media. I see Mercury and Taurus. This would be like you utilizing your creative skills to self-express, but putting it in the media for whatever reason. Whatever you're discovering here and however you're very versatile with it, it requires you to make a decision. But what decision is that? Heavy on the Mercurian energy here, which is currently in retrograde in the sign of Leo. So people may not like the content that you're putting out, something like that. All right. Whatever you are devoted to is definitely very resourceful. Maybe you haven't found your tribe or those that kind of resonate with you almost. Yeah, like you guys don't live by the same principles or something. All right, so there's a need to protect your emotional state here, because you could be dealing with someone that's in a very authoritative position, and or you are seen as an authoritative position in whatever you do with the energy of the principles that you're putting out there. All right. It's like you discover something, you made a decision, these are your principles, you're seen as an authority figure in achieving a specific goal, but you have to protect your own emotional state. Yeah, so it could be creating drama right now for you because you're not seen as on someone else's level, and or whatever it is that you're communicating about with Mercury and Leo being in retrograde is being reviewed. And I mean, it's to the extreme right here when it comes to your specific companionships, your relationships, those that you bond with, your marriage, those that you live with in the home. I mean, it could be all the way around. I'm getting some sort of like partnership here. All right. So there needs to be some sort of order either in, again, your workplace, all right, things that surround you specifically on your day-to-day routines, and or some sort of order and organization in connection to what you do for your career. And that's not happening because it kind of feels like everything else around you is out of balance. So this is the reason why you continue to experience loss. All right, again, it's seen as like manipulation. You're not possibly in the right environment where you can do this type of work. It could be that it's causing some sort of quarrel with everybody around you, all right, because of you doing what you do for work is not the same thing or living as the same principles as everyone else around you at this time. All right. Let's get into wisdom of the oracle. Uh-oh. One second, you guys. So there's some sort of unfinished business with someone here. I'm not sure who this is. I'm seeing the number 10. So 10th house energy could be Capricorn. All right. October could be of significance here. That could be Libra, Scorpio's energy. Or wherever these placements are for you, the 10th of the month could be of significance with some sort of unfinished business. All that glitters is not gold. You're not fully done with something yet. Why is that? Oh. In connection to a specific soulmate. If somebody's attached to your energy and you're trying to let it go and there feels like unfinished business there, something that feels like it's glittery is really not gold. Like it's not going anywhere. And this person could be observing you right now. Or there's something that you need to see in a different perspective. Your community that's around you is trying to remain flexible. All right. So it's like you need to take a step back with something here in order for your blessings to come in and be able to get through whatever this chaos and conflict is. Because right now you could be feeling like left out. All right. The card says orphaned. So I don't know if you feel that you are rejected by everybody around you at this time. And it could be the same people that are trying to come in and mend it with you are the same ones that are possibly observing you. A soulmate connection doesn't necessarily have to be a lover. This could be a close friend. This could be a family member. This could be, you know, the connection to someone that you feel is very dear to you. But there's a truth that needs to be told in order for someone to come in and exchange a gift with you. I don't know what that gift is. The Imagine card is on the bottom of the deck. Behind that, higher power. So imagine this person or whoever it is that you're feeling like is your soulmate. All right, it feels like they have not finished something up with you yet. I don't know what that means. And it could be that you're part of a specific community. It could be a spiritual community. If this is you being on a certain path and where you're going after your specific principles and it just doesn't seem like anybody around you aligns with what you've got going on. Or no one understands you. Like this is the reason you have to take a step back. That's weird. I see flexible out here twice. So I think you've been very much flexible with whatever's been taking place and changes in your life or wherever the chaos and conflict is coming from. All right, so it's like your blessings right now are on hold. It says bend but do not break. Shift with grace. Something's not done yet, that's why. Countryside gossip and anniversary. This would be, again, if you feel like a bond to something or a contract to something. It's not done. It's not done. something is stuck. It's almost like you're overlooking something here that could be directly in your spotlight. All right. It's almost like you're being examined. You're going through a test right now to see how you're going to react to certain situations. Are you in balance? Are you not in balance? Okay. What? Yeah. There's something that has been keeping you stuck to like staying frozen in something. All right. It feels like eternally there because you're overlooking, or you've shifted your focus, or you're ignoring a certain situation that could be expressing itself directly in front of you. And or this is someone else feels that they're cursed by ignoring you because this person should have been paying you more attention and not betraying you. So then it causes, again, some sort of heartbreak, betrayal, a breakup, a divorce, or some sort of infidelity. All right. There's something here that requires for you to get past this situation. And it's almost like even if you did a terrific job at something and you come out clean and purified on the other side, there's still something that needs practice because it's a process. It's part of your journey. It's part of an experience. It's part of your growth. So once again, something is still not completed. It's unfinished business. And if it's with a soulmate, once again, it doesn't necessarily have to be your person. It could be that someone that wants to come in and either speak a truth to you so that you can exchange this gift. You can mend it, and then your blessings come in and you're past this chaos and conflict and feeling orphaned energy. It's like you were meant to experience something on a specific path to see if you would overcome some sort of difficulty or how you would react to that. Yeah, like testing your courage or your bravery, or this would be like you being at the finish line but almost there but not there yet. Okay. And then you get, then you get your prosperity and your abundance and your wealth. This is like the last run with something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And part of like your healing process. Like, how are you going to react to situations that you might want to blow the fuck up with people around you, especially if it has to do with those that are closest to you? All right. So through your experiences, through this journey, you've been examined in many different areas. Betrayal. It could have been betrayal through family. How you have reacted to certain situations that have kept you stuck or feeling entrapped in some sort of way. Dealing with some sort of burden. Whatever it may be, whatever your pathway. Everybody has a different pathway. All right. But this is it. Like right now, Leo season, first decan, it's seen as the 5 of Wands in tarot. This is the chaos. This is the conflict before you receive your victory, because from the 5 of Wands heads directly to the 6 of Wands. It was like you have your win. All right. And then from the 6 of Wands to the 7 of Wands and us stepping into August energy, it would be like, okay, now that you've had that win, are you going to be able to hold that position, or is it even really worth it? Having something to do with your passion here. All right. So it could be something that you're interested in or something that you prefer to do. This is what you're defending. This is what you're protecting. It's almost like it's guaranteed, but it's not given to you yet. It's held back. It's delayed. Okay. I don't know. Maybe someone here is declining the energy of purity or holiness or whatever it may be. And it's like the timing is now. So we were speaking in the collective reading earlier about how you're not supposed to be having sex. You're supposed to be in this purity energy, right? Or you're not supposed to be, I don't know, I'm seeing 11:04 on the clock. I'm seeing Aquarius and Cancer's energy at a quincunx. Lots of discord in connection to, let's just say, the people in your home environment or your specific community in which You are, collaborating with these people consistently on a day-to-day basis. Something about that. All right. Um, but you're trying to defend your passion here. You could still be given with like this open heart, unconditional love, even when you feel upset or angry about something. Let's just get into, once the truth is told and you're able to like breathe and rejuvenate and focus on your healing and really get on the other side of whatever this is. What is the exchange of a gift? After you finish mending with this person or whoever this is. All right. They want you to comply with some sort of law or rule. And you'll be surprised, like beyond your imagination, what can come through for you. All right. Especially when it comes from a father figure. So this would be like God coming in and holding back your blessings to see if you're going to stick to whatever unwritten rules there is. Yeah, like if you're going to continue to cooperate here. They're trying to like teach you a lesson about teamwork. So again, if this would be like everyone living together in one home and everybody has some sort of, again, an equal give and take. Let's just say, for example, it could be in a family dynamic, whether this is you being in marriage, you being surrounded by family members, the amount of resources that are shared, or, just whatever, okay? Again, something requires order. This is the Mercury and Virgo energy with the Ten of Pentacles, but it's giving me Virgo energy. Like if we were speaking about the emotional state, has to be order on your day-to-day routines. How much is given and how much is taken back. What is it that God is wanting to come in and surprise you with here? Something about like, wow. I'm telling you, it feels like something beyond your imagination coming through with higher power. Something that you're co-creating here with the universe, it feels like completely out of the element. Like this would be like, okay, you're done in hell and all the chaos and conflict. It's like come in and step through the gates of heaven or something. I'm telling you, it feels that way. This is like higher power illuminating you in your third eye and giving you the vision of seeing what it is to live abundantly. It's like the fact that you stood loyal to whatever it was and where you utilized your mindset with the thinker here. This is what's connected to your new life. But for some reason, there's still a fork in the road. It's like you're in between worlds with something, because it requires you to do something by the book. And if you don't, you're not complying with the unwritten rules or the regulations of something here. It's like a never-ending story. So this is why there's some sort of unfinished business, unfinished symphony here. And where you're stuck to something that feels like you're going to be in it for eternity. Even if you feel like it's not for you, you feel like you do what you do at your very best. Or someone else may look at it as like, this is not for you. For those that are basically examining you, they could be very strict on you or very, disciplining you in a certain way. But at the end of it all, it's like you come out with some sort of milk and honey. Like you're on the other side of the rainbow, with a pot of gold. But again, all that glitters is not gold. Like you may not know what it is that you're signing up for, or what, again, you may be contracted to. So it keeps you stuck in a specific position where it's like, which way do I go? It's like, do you want to be famous? Or do you want to live a very, what do you call it? I keep hearing a complicated life. I don't know what this means. Like living a complicated life. All right. What am I not understanding here? Because I believe I'm getting directly to the point. It says every single eventuality sponsors excitement and simple, unquenchable inquisitiveness. Not a single aspect of life is unworthy of our attention and interest. Our inclination is to engage and find whatever we can in every situation, knowing that there is always something within it to entertain our curiosity. So there's something about grasping the reins of control over every realm of inquiry in which we participate in, and having almost like an equal give and take with that. It says we see what there is to see, not what we are conditioned to expect or require. So our perceptions are more real and our degree of influence all the more effective because of that. It says, yet a light touch is all that is required, since we have no great attachment to the results of our attentions. This is weird. Very weird. There continues to be some sort of rejection as well. Okay? And it's like, as much determination as you put into something here, it's like someone coming in and ringing the bell and saying, okay, wake up call. Like 11:11 on the clock. Come into alignment with your destiny. I don't know. Okay. Whoa, what was that? Wants to be seen. The father figure would be like Saturn's energy coming in and disciplining you in some way, or restricting you in some way. And if you know too much and you don't follow the rules about something, it's almost like you're put into a position where you become burdened. You become the one that everyone wants to attack, or, you know what I mean? You're the one that carries the hurt, the pain, the loss, the rejection, the betrayals. You know what I'm saying? It's almost not fair because you're not afraid of self-expressing. Something about that. Because you won't comply with the rules or the unwritten rules or the laws of something. It would be like a Capricornian energy. You know what I mean? Like, you're not allowed to be here. You're not seen as an authoritative figure, or you're not allowed to do what you're doing. Something like that. So everybody then comes and shits on you. I can't, y'all see me shuffle. You could have heavy ass Capricorn placements here. I see 911 in the clock. You could be seen as an authoritative figure. Like, you could have great potential, or you could, I don't know, plant your seeds and see what the possibilities are with something, or it's something that you've come in and nurtured. There could be something about father figures nurturing right now as well. All right, some sort of anniversary here. Whatever an important holiday, birthday, important day is. I'm here in Lionsgate portal. So it's like, up until you receive some sort of recognition, the gates don't open for you. Something like that. Something about the Farmer's Almanac as well, like the cycles of the moon. It says the Lionsgate portal is a period from July 28th to August 12th each year, Peaking on August the 8th, it is considered a potent time for manifestation and spiritual growth. This period is marked by a celestial alignment of the Earth, the star Sirius, and the Sun in Leo, which is believed to open a gateway to higher realms and enhanced manifestations. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like someone continues to create the chaos for you to see if you're going to remain determined, if you have the courage, the bravery to go through this specific gate. It's kind of giving me the gate to higher power, the gate to heaven, or at least the connection to your higher self and where you can connect to the father figure, God. Okay? You've planted your seeds and there's some sort of anniversary coming up. That's the one. So starting on July the 28th, in which today we're on the 22nd, we're going to be looking at, on the 28th, the moon in Virgo. Something requires order. And on that day, I see Venus and Gemini at a sextile to Chiron in Aries, and where we're looking at this energy of focusing in on whatever the core wound healing has to do, especially with those that you love or those that may have been very two-faced with you, Venus and Gemini, all right? It could be like deceptive courtships. It doesn't necessarily have to be that it's a romantic partner. It could be those that are surrounding your energy. So this could be you bringing order to a workplace, order into your day-to-day routines, order into your health, order into, I mean, there could be many different things, right? You could be wanting to resist marriage as well, for whatever reason. I mean, we do have Saturn in opposition to the energy of Libra. Libra would be like a marriage. Libra would be a partnership, a contract, a relationship romantically, platonic, whatever, right? And Saturn being the father figure and Neptune being the ruler that has all to do with like the imagination or illusions. Could that confrontation alone, it's like, okay, what do we do here? How are we bringing order into Virgo's energy, the workplace? All right. How are we bringing order to specific companionships, even if it has to do with spirituality? Everybody has a spiritual guide. Your guides are probably like examining you at this time as well. Okay. I'm seeing on the 29th a trine over to Pluto Aquarius, and where we're speaking about where Pluto's retrograding back to the second degree and the refusal to comply, all right, or the refusal to accept the unacceptable with those that have some sort of inappropriate authority in your life. It's almost like you have to be brave enough to stand up for something. You have to be the one to hold up this wall, like this brick wall, and where everyone else is on the other side pushing it towards you and wanting to come down and leave you feeling orphaned or rejected and or neglected or whatever that may be. So if you can endure that and doing it in a higher level of, this is my standard, these are my principles, this is what I believe in, this is the way that I live my life, or something like that, it would be like that's what you're held to transforming into. And utilizing that towards a specific community of people. Aquarius's energy are the water bearers. They are the humanitarians of the zodiac, right? So this is weird. It's part of your destiny. It's part of your responsibility here being in this world. And not for you to feel shackled to something that continues to treat you like shit. To manipulation. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the more that you remain determined, the more ambitious you look to other people. It's a little weird. Give me 1 second, you guys. Yo. Okay, so that's possibly what the gossip is all about, what the slander is all about, and what people don't understand about a certain situation. You see what I'm saying? It feels very different. It feels very different. So something is about to disappear, either something and or someone is declining out. It's like to be forgotten, something dies off. I hear a train in the background and it's like, whoa, like it's blowing its horn. All right. 1 second. That could be like a portal or something. You know what I mean? I'm looking at what a train's spiritual meaning is. And it says, in spiritual context, trains often symbolize a journey, a progress, and or the interconnectedness of life. It says they can represent a person's life path, a spiritual quest, or the journey of a soul. So trains also evoke themes of the beginnings and endings, separation and or some sort of reunion, and or the passage of time. Your brother's the conductor. But please give me some humor here, because I need it. Okay. All right, so you should be very much in this energy of appreciation right now, feeling thankful and cherishing it is, or whatever it is that you feel grateful for. The gratitude card is here. All right, so again, for your flexibility and whatever the experiences were with you being here in this lifetime could be of significance. Again, it's the passage of life that you're on right now, or the passage of time, should I say. I can't remember which planet rules over time. 1 second. Saturn. And Saturn's in Aries in its very first house. So it's all about me, 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 me. You know what I mean? The way that you present yourself to the world. Or it says in astrology, Saturn is the planet most associated with time and its passage. It often referred to as the father of time or the lord of karma, is linked in discipline, responsibility, and the structures of time. So times have changed is how I'm hearing it. It says, while other planets influence different aspects of time and cycles, Saturn's influence is most prominently connected to the flow of time and its impact on individuals and the society. So Saturn's energy has to do with a lot of different things here. And I'm going to read them out to you really quickly. It has to do with order, with structure, with discipline, limits, severity, prudence, patience, austerity, seriousness, obstacles, restrictions, constraints, the lack of something, and why things are slowed down or delayed. All right, so the father figure or the grandfather or the elder in general could definitely be connected with someone that has connections to the state, the government, borders, conservative politics, landmines, and or real estate. All right, so if any of these things that I speak of today, having to even do again heavy with the government, let's just speak about the president, for instance. All right, there would be a sense of control or order that is required, with it now being in the sign of Aries. Okay, and Aries is typically ruled by Mars, so it's a heavy masculine energy that requires one to have drive and ambition and desires and passion towards something. It's like you taking a risk with Saturn being in the sign of Aries. Okay, that's what it is. So let's just say for the feminine energies that are out there trying to start up a business, and especially doing it now where we're seeing lots of change with Uranus and Gemini having to do with like the media. For me, for instance, it's going to be difficult because there's some sort of restriction or constraint that is being held back at this time in order to control something. All right. The trust card is here. So trust, it says sincerity, respect, carefulness, and support. So you kind of have to work through the process of feeling like you're going to be supported on the other side, whether it starts off in the family, dynamic, if it has to be with someone starting up a business, or if it has anything to do with, let's just say, some sort of structure that's required in the work environment, and you now seeing or being seen as a leader. It's like you're held to specific standards, you have specific status there. All right. But for whatever reason, someone may feel that it's not for you. Maybe you know too much. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Even though you feel like you're doing a fucking terrific job, you don't hold to their standard. So it could have been like you having great moments with people that you work with and you've been in these places forever. But someone that feels like you are not going to make the cut, it's like time to go. You know what I mean? It could be something that you have, again, an emotional bond with, a contract with, all right? Or some sort of oath that you made. You were promised something, and that promise means shit at this point in time. That's the wake-up call. That's the signal that this reading is meant to be here. So I think we spoke about, wow, the sun was in Leo at its very first degrees and how there's a lot of anger happening right now, right? In the way, once again, people are self-expressing and wanting happiness and contentment and joy and all these great things. With the moon being in Cancer, it would more so be where you want comfort at this time with those that are closest to you in your home environment. All right, but those two energies clashing, all right, because Leo to Cancer's energy, it's a semi-sextile. They're not even of the same element that work compatibly together. All right, we're speaking about the energy of fire and water, where fire more so resonates with air and water more so resonates with earth, right? So with the moon being in Virgo, and then we're seeing the sun in Leo, it's going to be the same dynamic. There's still this semi-sextile energy and where it's not working compatibly. Whew. I should have did like a moon in Leo energy reading, like a new moon in Leo energy reading, because I feel that that's where we're getting closer and closer to the portal of the Lionsgate portal. You know what I mean? Something like that. Maybe we'll do that reading and we'll see what that speaks about. Reject this here. Again, there's something very taboo about it. Someone that may have made you a promise may be coming in action to like reject you. What is this? It's like I literally seen the card like this. It's not supposed to be that way, right? And I turn it over. It's like, surprise. Your surprise is hidden. They don't want you to know what's on the other side of that. If they reject you, you don't get that. You don't know what to experience with whatever it is that's supposed to come in. All right. So, and then it looks like it could be new connections in love or romance, or, you know what I mean? There could be a lot of separations happening right now, a lot of divorces happening right now because things are being withheld back or delayed on purpose, rejected on purpose. It's like, nope, go find another way. And they ignore you. Or they overlook you. This could be in a workplace. This could be in a romantic partnership. I don't know. It could be like an intimate connection. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're having sex with this person. It could be that you have intimately connections to spirituality, okay? And that specific community of people. It could be an organization or a church or something. I don't know. But again, you still here giving with an open heart, okay? Unconditional love. I feel like that's the biggest thing about the energy of higher power, is the energy of spreading love. For me, this feels like manipulation at its finest, to control the wealth and the laws of the world. Okay, let's be clear. That's what it is. For me, that's what I feel this is. Okay, let's move on from that. A little weird. And again, if you live by certain principles and everybody is like, you know what I mean, going head to head, it's conflict. If you don't have your own space to do something or to concentrate or to remain focused, you're gonna have to work around or remain flexible with whatever is happening right now. Okay? So we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna do our thing here. Wow. What a message. I feel like, again, you could be like at your very best right now. Like, you could be shining like no other, right? Like, your imagination could be like so on another level, okay? Like, your perspective is like seeing from the eagles, you know what I'm saying? View. It's like you're way above something here. Maybe you're being slowed down for a reason right before you're meant to take action because of the chaos and conflict that comes in. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Something about the moon in Leo on the 24th being of significance there. One second, let me see. The moon in Leo, yeah, the new moon in Leo happens on the 24th. So it says time for a nap. Let me just clarify that with tarot before we move forward. Like, that's what I was picking up on there. All right, time for a nap. Because if we were speaking about like appreciation, that would be moon in Leo energy. And we got a lot of trines that day. So the trines are technically happening in fire signs with the yang energy here. Heavy on the fire signs. And then it creates more chaos and conflict. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Spirit wanted to show me the sun. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like a breakup. So Leo's energy rules over the 5th house. It could be in connection to a love affair. It could be in connection to children. Okay? It could be in connection to something that you really, really, really like feel that is your hobby or your interest or something that you feel you, again, you get creative with and you self-express. All right? Yeah, it could be the energy that allows you to tap into your intuition. All right. Now, the 3 of Swords is a Saturn and Libra energy. It does speak about devotion. All right. Saturn, again, we just spoke about it, has a heavy energy on time and also has and or brings in a sense of discipline in connection to relationships. All right. So if you're an intuitive here with the High Priestess, it could be like your plans change. All right, like your plans have to change, or it requires for you to move away and or switch something up, like put yourself in a different environment to be able to defend and or protect yourself. All right, so that you can focus on your skills. Let's just say you are psychic medium. Let's just say you are a healer that does Reiki. I don't know, it just requires like a time for a nap, like a very soothing, I'm hearing, you know, meditation, like something that is calm and collective, like no chaos. But it says chaos is coming, so why? Why? Chariot. You could have difficulties with what it is that you feel you're successful in. Cancer season could have been significant. All right. The Emperor on the bottom of the deck. This is like you going up against a father figure. Like you going up against the boss. Going up against the most important person in your life, that is the protector, the provider, the teacher, you know what I mean? And choosing to walk away from that person because of the chaos and conflict. Like, you would feel forced to do so because there's no other way, because of the restrictions or the separation that causes, because of this, you know, your intuition is telling you exactly what's coming. Like, you may not want to, you know, let this person go, or you may feel that there's some sort of achievement already at the end of a cycle with that person. There's success with the Emperor. This could be a great opportunity for you to start up a business, but then again, Saturn and Pisces energy, you continue to experience loss. And where you know you've achieved something, Sun and Capricorn energy. You know that you've held on to this for so long. You've been waiting. Sun in Aries, you've been assertive. It's like that person walks away, or you walk away because of the circumstances. Maybe you guys need a break, time for a nap. Something like that. I don't know. It's like there's a need for a brand new beginning here. Page of Pentacles to the Fool card. It's like, just take a leap of faith. Take that chance. Like, you may not know what's on the other side of that. What's on the bottom of the deck here? A leg up. So the minute that you separate from someone here, you get a leg up with someone else. Or where you're supposed to be. That's interesting. I see low battery on my phone at 20%, so I'm seeing Judgment, Pluto's energy, which typically associates you recognizing, you reconciling with someone else, okay? Or you being a part of a leg up would be like that awakening, that ascension, or whatever that was supposed to be, that was supposed to take place here. Maybe in what you were being withheld from. So you got to walk away from this Emperor in order for you to be successful. Is that what this is? You have to end a cycle. It's kind of scary. What does this bring in? Your brand new beginning. It's so crazy. It's like the ending to one thing and the beginning to something else. So this is you closing out a portal, closing out a cycle, so that you focus on your manifestations and what your new journey looks like. Lionsgate portal. So it's saying technically not until the 28th, but I feel like for us here and what the energy is calling for in the transits, it may be starting here on the 24th because of the trines that are taking place to Saturn and to Neptune, right? Saturn is like, what is it? The god of the sky, and Neptune being the god of the water, something like that. It's weird. Welcome in, you guys. The Empress is here. It's like you have to start birthing something new. That's part of your ascension. You've already reached your limit. You've done something to fulfillment. You're ready for something else. And it's like you have to get that leg up, and you only get that leg up from higher power. You can't cross or manipulate higher power. Let's be clear. They run the universe. The transits run the universe. The planets run the universe. It's all energy. That's how the universe works. What you put in is what you get back. Something is meant to be reciprocated to you in that way. And it starts with you starting something fresh. Something new. Star card energy could be of significance. It could be something that you feel like was a dream, a wish, a desire of yours, or something that you completely had faith in, right? You being in alignment with the universe. You see what I'm saying? Try being a little bit more optimistic than pessimistic about something. as well. All right, because it ends up leaving you feeling like in a funk, whether it's keeping you in the lack of resources or making you feel that you're left out in the cold, stopping you from your healing. I'm seeing Chiron's energy with the key here. All right, and where that day that we experience all of that great trine energy, which brings in auspiciousness and, you know, a lot of prosperity and abundance, it kind of looks like we're going to see the trine take place to Chiron's energy, which is about the healing process on the 26th of July, right before we ingress into that moon Virgo, which again is going to require order. Okay. And then that's when your opportunity, for whatever reason, is presented. Okay. Something unexpected will show up for you. All right. I'm feeling like heavy Scorpio energy here. It will feel like you're completely transformed. Completely transformed. The Tower to the Death card. Whatever was unstable, that was meant to be destructed to be rebuilt, is where something will end and you will have a fresh start. Could be in love. Could be a brand new job. Could be a new home. Okay, so I'm seeing like earth and water here now. After feeling like with the moon in Cancer, Four of Cups energy. Like you're not happy where you are right now or what you're dealing with or what you're experiencing, but Spirit wants you to sit here and take a nap. Kind of chill out for a little bit. See what I'm saying? That's what that feels like. So that when you're ready to move on and you're ready to move forward and show your originality, it doesn't come through like you're attached to something negative. All right? Somebody's watching you. This is the father figure watching you. That the devil technically is Saturn's energy. Why is there so much control around the energy of feminine abundance? I don't know. Okay? Or the courage or the bravery or those that are connected to this King of Wands energy. This is what's being examined. It's like overutilizing power in the masculine energy and overutilizing power in materialistic things. There's a, how do you say that? It won't come out. I know what I'm trying to say, but it won't come out. There's some sort of strategy to the madness, is what I'm trying to say here. Strategy to the madness, okay? I don't know how to explain it, but it has to do with, like, your principles. What you don't see coming is a lot of delays, a lot of conflict, and a lot of rejection. I'm going to be honest with you. So that whatever comes into alignment with whoever has been either loyal to you, that are meant to be moving forward on your path, whatever is meant to align you with your destiny and where you're meant to be, all right, whatever requires the change to take place so that you are in alignment with where the sun shines in the Leo house and wherever it sits for you, that's what you're going to be doing right now, right? So we spoke about the star Sirius and how it aligns with the energy of the sun in Leo. This is the biggest portal right now because the sun rules over the energy of Leo. Is there a specific date that I can give and where we feel is going to be the most significant to this energy? Beginning and or ending? A Thursday could be of significance. the new moon on Leo day, the 24th. The Eight of Swords is ruled by Jupiter and Gemini, which Jupiter currently is in Cancer at this time in its exaltation. Jupiter rules over Thursdays. Thursday is the 24th this week. That's where it starts. All right. Now, where do we see it ending? This specific energy here. Where do we see this ending? What is this? Tuesday. I'm seeing Mars and Leo. Or it could be all the way up until the third decan of Leo season. Seven of Wands is the energy of Mars and Leo. So as I just explained in tarot, if you look at the Chaldean order of planets in tarot, where the star Sirius aligns with the sun, it is going to be at the five of Wands, which is the first decan of Leo season, Six of Wands, second decan, Seven of Wands, the last decan. So we're looking at, one second, the first 10 days of the sun in Leo would be the 22nd today through the 29th. The second decan would start on the 30th, heading into August, one second, heading into August the 6th. All right. Could be like 10 or more days because we don't have the sun stepping into Virgo up until, yeah. So I'm seeing the third decan. We're going to be looking at from the 24th of July up until about the 13th of August with this specific portal. All right. And the 13th starting that last 10 or 11 days in the sun in Leo. And where we then see the ending of the this fixed moon cycle. So we're looking at the third quarter moon taking place in the sign of, what's that, Gemini? Give me one second, let me clarify this. August the 16th in 2025. Last quarter moon, sorry, in Taurus. Not in Gemini, in Taurus. So that'll be the last portal, all right, or the last fixed moon energy, and where we're seeing now on the 24th start, that completely makes sense because it's like the fixed moon cycle. New moon in Leo, and then we would see the first quarter moon taking place, what is that, in Scorpio. We'll see the full moon Aquarius and the last quarter moon in Taurus. That's the fixed moon cycle for this specific time frame. All right. That's what this looks like. So Spirit is telling me from where things feel like you're trapped right now and where things actually start taking off with whatever it is that you self-express with and wherever your passion and your desire is being called for, Leo energy. When we get to the last decan of Leo season, this is where you're going to feel like, was this really worth fighting for, or am I really willing to just let this go? Seven of Wands. All right, so you're going to want to either defend and or protect and or release last quarter moon energy, Taurus, having to do with whatever it is creative, self-expressive, brings in a sense of resources, or if it has to do with your confidence or your self-esteem or whatever, your fucking possessions in any damn way. I don't know, okay? Is this worth fighting for? Is this person, or, I mean, Taurus is the energy of love as well. It's ruled by Venus, right? Anytime the moon is in Taurus, it's exalted. And you know, I'm being drawn back to the energy of the Six of Pentacles. That's the energy of the equal give and take that we're supposed to be working on here in Leo season for whatever reason. Okay. So I'm giving you guys the dates of this specific Lionsgate portal and the way that Spirit's giving me the message with July the 24th through August the 16th. Mercury goes direct on the 11th. We've been in Mercury retrograde post-shadow or pre-shadow phase since June the 30th. We don't see it head out of its post-shadow phase up until One second. I think it's like August 28th. So reconciliations, people spinning the block, or conversations that need to be had, or you utilizing your mind for something. Or, I mean, let's be clear, it's a big deal, right? So Mercury being retrograde in the sign of Leo, we will see its post shadow up until August the 25th, in which that same day we have Venus entering Leo. Okay. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, right? Because Venus wants love and Leo likes to be more so like in the spotlight. Hey, like, look at me, you know what I mean? Big deal. Yep, that's what I see here. So it's like Mercury finally like closes out its specific retrograde phase, and then we see Venus entering a new sign. It's like, whew, finally, like this would be Venus and Mercury or like brother sister. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the closest planets to us that affect us the most in the way that we communicate, or the way that we show love, or Mars, the way that we remain assertive with something. Okay. So depending on what your situation is, and the spirit is telling me right now, with us coming out of Cancer season into Leo season, it could be having to do with family dynamics, heading into things that you want to get self-expressive with. Okay. Heavy on that moon cycle being significant. That fixed moon cycle. I don't know, something that you truly desire is going to be on the other side of that. You just may not see it just yet. It's not clear to you just yet. But follow your heart, follow your intuition with the Page of Cups. All right, so that way, this Hierophant energy, heavy on the Taurus. The Hierophant is a very, like, traditional type of energy. It is the marriage, right? It is, I'm part of this spiritual community. I am living by my principles. I am the student and now I become the teacher, or I am the teacher teaching the students. Okay. Like, it's a very desirable type of energy, and you would have to have a lot of strength and courage and determination and ambition to be able to do that type of work. Leo energy. All right. So this is something possibly do independently. It requires strategy. It requires for you to be in a very balanced emotional state overall, because if not, it can be looked at as deception or envy or jealousy from others. Okay? Or you trying your best to win at all costs by doing something to get ahead. Be careful of like cutting corners with something. All right, especially with things that you communicate with. If you're communicating something that's of importance and it requires sudden change, and it's fast incoming communication, it's coming from abroad. This is a Mercury and Sagittarian energy, which at its detriment, Mercury wants to look into all the facts of something, right? Sagittarius is like, I already have the knowledge. I'm already set to what I was taught about spirituality. Ninth house energy is spirituality, higher power. You know what I mean? Like principles, your philosophy in life, whatever it may be. So, looks like we're having a tough run here in Leo season, especially with Pluto being in its opposition. And we will see that opposing energy when we have that new moon in Leo. Is it happen on that same day? I'm not sure. So the 24th, we will definitely see the opposing energy of Pluto in Aquarius, and where it's in retrograde, it's reviewing at this time. We just said the Sabian symbol, and where it's retrograding back to is at the 2nd degree. It's currently right now at 2 degrees and 38 minutes. So it says here, all life is ephemeral, even though we want to cement our lives into secure structure. Saturn energy typically rules the sign of Aquarius as well. Nature always wins in the end. You have no control over what's going to take place. It's divine timing. It is fated to happen that way. All right. It says nature is a constant existential challenge to the works of people, whether it's fires, floods, winds that tear down our strongest buildings in moments, and time erodes itself eventually, or everything eventually. So again, Saturn ruling over time, it's like we don't have control over what's taking place. By this fact, we are reminded not only how small and insignificant we are, and how magnificent is any creation that stands against nature, right? Because it says we also have to remember the need to be able to develop inwardly the strength to cope with it all. Like it's requiring your ambition right now. And then with Leo being at, let's just say, the second degree, let me take a look and what that one speaks about. Because right now here we are at the first degree, and where again it was speaking about the case of apoplexy and, you know, needing to control your anger. It says here, the Sabian symbol, an epidemic of mumps. And it says it's the widespread implication of any event. So any individual could begin an infectious idea or behavior. Not all of them are safe and or appropriate for the community. So if you're seen as a problem and Saturn, the father figure that's teaching you the lesson, feels like you are the problem, you're the fuck out of there. Let's be clear. Okay. All right, so it says understanding the small events have widespread implications. Any imbalance that we suffer individually can all too easily spread outward to affect the people that are around us. And these are going to be the people that are closest to you, in your home, in your workplace, all right, your lover, whoever you have some sort of relationship with. It says, and therefore, in turn, our total life experience, it changes everything. It would be like the Wheel of Fortune, whether it's in your favor or not, okay? And then it says, this is empathetically true when the individual has childlike immaturity and cannot assimilate the life force with appropriate restraint. All right, so restraint meaning there is got to be some sort of restriction there. There's got to be some sort of discipline. It says particularly when sexuality is in play. What did I just say? All right, there could be a restriction to sexual matters, especially if you're in the spiritual community, because of the attachments that come with other people's intentions. All right. This reminds us to be careful that we do not affect the world of our immature power projections. This would be like someone coming in and saying, I'm attached to you because I can control you. I have power over you. Okay. I feel like I'm speaking truth here. Spirit is clarifying it here with the Ace of Swords. It's like the way that you gain perspective about something is very different. Mercury and Cancer, heightened intuition energy here overall. All right. So whatever this infectious could be, or the infection that someone gives you, it could be coming from the energy of the devil. Okay, let's be clear. It's the devil. All right, so by sharing, we open ourselves up to whatever we may encounter. So the way that you share your temple with someone else, or the food you share, or the space that you share, the energy that you share, whether it's just an attitude or it's a roll of the eye. All right, I don't know. I'm just saying it can be like blowing up. All right. And where, again, in Aquarius's energy, it's like you don't want to accept this. All right. You don't want to accept it. But it's like you don't have the choice to make the change. The universe does, right? Whew. Jesus. Help me. Okay. So Pluto in Aquarius has stepped in back in 2024. And we saw it retrograde back into Capricorn. This was like early 2024, coming out of 2023. It was like Pluto was already transitioning. So we already saw this energy. This isn't something that you would be currently experiencing and where you're like, I never thought that would happen to me. It happened. What are you going to do about it? That's what it's coming at. Like that infectious disease, it could be the way that relationships were, going lots of infidelity, divorces. I mean, lots of celebrities went through divorces. We were going in through this Aries Libra opposition with the nodes. People's destinies were changing. You didn't have control of that. You don't. You can't control someone else's emotional state because the way that the universe works is the energy. It's energy. It's transits. Oh, Lord. Okay. So I feel like blessings are coming in. All right. Higher powers got your back. I feel like there's a sense of protection around you for those that are on their right paths. You never know what's going to happen, but it looks like this is part of what co-creating with the universe is, and or being part of community is. I see my phone at 10%. So now I'm seeing Wheel of Fortune energy. All right. Or the 10th house energy. Again, Saturn. I'm seeing October, Libra, Scorpio, right? It just has to do with like so much things that are going to be transforming overall. That's what I feel. Something's going to transform. And things will be done by the book. I'm seeing even the number 11 here. So there will be justice to some sort of injustice, all right? And or there will be hierarchy that takes over. Because I'm seeing like the papa elephant to the mother elephant to the child elephant. You know what I'm saying? Something about leaving behind a legacy, or there could be something about, again, following the rules to something. All right, yeah. I'm feeling like the need to get a leg up. So it could be like returning back home to parents. It could be where you're relying on a spouse in order to get a leg up with a situation. All right, heavy on the yin energy. It's going to be because we're coming out of a South Node Libra energy and where it's feminine, right? We are experiencing karmic challenges, situations from the past that need to be dealt with that are unresolved issues, and or feminine energy, you tapping into like a natural gift that you have in connection to whatever Libra may be and wherever it is in your chart. For me, I'm in Aquarius. Libra is my 9th house. It's my spirituality. This would be like a natural gift that I had from a past lifetime or something. I don't know. This is not me. This is not who I was 2, 3, 4 years ago. Just being honest, right? Like, I was a completely different person. So the transformation and what's happening right now is very significant. And I feel like Aquariuses are going to be the leaders of the pact. Pluto has already transformed in Capricorn energy, right? The leadership, or those that are in authority, or bringing down some sort of corruption in a government organization or something like that, it's already taken place. All right. I read up upon today RICO laws because I was looking into the P. Diddy thing. And I'm like, P. Diddy's a Scorpio. Pluto rules Scorpio's energy. Why is he going through all of this stuff, right? And I was like, let me just kind of look into the transits of a Scorpio person or sun, moon, rising, whatever. All right. And I was like, it's basically transforming the house of home, or things that, you know, were like hidden, mysterious things that needed to come to the light. I don't know. I feel like spirit sees everything, okay? You can't hide shit, nothing. So there's no reason for you not to be truthful. There's no reason for you not to, you know what I'm saying? Tell a lie, all right, at this time, for whatever reason you feel that you need to do so. Everything is soft. Everything. Don't treat someone with the same disrespect that you don't want to be treated with, is what I feel. Especially not now. Not right before the Lionsgate portal and where blessings could be coming through for you. Don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Like, don't block your blessings type of energy. I'm going to get into Kippur. Craziness. This is a long-ass community chat. I'm sorry, you guys, but this was a deep one. I felt like it was needed because we're looking at the energy of like Cancer and Leo. It's like moon and sun energy is here. It's like something requires balance. Something needs to be said. Something needs to be brought to the light. Things that were hidden need to be exposed. Something about it. All right. Craziness. Lovers wants to be spoken about here. Something about adjudication with lovers. Thank you so much, V. Appreciate you. If you guys are heading out, please hit the like button. I'm pretty sure this reading is going to connect with a lot of people. And it will reach who is meant to see it. That's able to gain a perspective about what this was all about. I'm seeing the number 15 and the number 30 here. So there's something about like something being split in half. Okay. I don't know what that is. But I'm seeing lovers and adjudication. Something could be like 50-50. All right. It's giving me with lovers. Like, let's say you got to go to court for something and you're getting a divorce. It's like, you get half of this possession, you get half of that possession. Or if it has to do with the children, you get, you know, this one kid, you get this one kid. I don't know. All right. Something about the pathway that you've been on leads you directly to a wealthy man. And that wealthy man is part of your community. Someone wants to know your thoughts about poverty. What are your thoughts about poverty? I don't know, okay? I have no clue. Where's my deck? Oh. What are your thoughts about poverty? That's what somebody wants to know. Like, hey, I'm wealthy over here. What do you think? You know what I mean? This would be like the person giving you the leg up after you going on a specific pathway. And if you were being adjudicated here in connection to your lover, it's like, hey, how did you like it back there? You know what I mean? Like, was it an easy route? This would be like someone trying to teach you a lesson with something. Show me the lovers. I gotta hurry up because I don't want my phone to die on you guys. I'm seeing 12:06 on the clock. All right, we're officially on the 23rd now, and that was giving me the opposition of Virgo Pisces. So that's eclipse season coming up in September. Ooh. The Ace of Cups. This would be like a new lover coming in or something. King of Cups energy. Heavy on the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So the next water sign and where we will see the sun shining in a water sign is going to be in the Scorpio. All right, October. Or you could be dealing here with a lover that is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, masculine energy specifically. What's going on with adjudication? The Ten of Swords. You could be dealing with a Sun and Gemini person. Or the need to be at the final... I don't know. I feel like someone had to look into the last details of something before it ended. There could have been some sort of betrayal in connection to why something was being adjudicated. Page of Swords is like investigating or the need to look into signing some sort of contract. All right, whatever that may be. In order to have a brand new beginning, the Fool card. So me seeing 12:06 on the clock, I was kind of getting like a heavy Piscean energy because it rules the 12th house. King of Cups is a Pisces sign. Saturn will be retrograding back into Pisces on September 1st, right before we hit eclipse season. That could be of significance for this brand new beginning. And where you've dealt with some sort of betrayal in connection to something that may have been adjudicated that needs some sort of information or for you to seek out some sort of help with something. I don't know what that is. This would be someone that's very studious, okay? What's the pathway? The Four of Cups. Why you've been rejected this whole time. Why haven't you ascended to the next level? You've already awakened. Why, if you have all this knowledge, you're still down in the dumps emotionally? Feeling like I'm bored here, I'm ready for the next thing, right? Like, I need to reconcile with my person or something like that. It's like you've had your victory already. Why are you still here? But I feel like the wealthy man would be the person that's part of this community saying, hey, how did you like it back there living in poverty? See what I'm saying? Show me the wealthy man. This would be like the boss at the workplace. Someone that's connected to that community and seen as the leader. They see you as the Six of Wands. They see you as having this victory. All right? You could be very desirable to this person because of your knowledge, Page of Swords. How you've dealt with betrayal, what the adjudication is in connection to a specific lover. And it could be like, the Ace of Cups would be like, that's either you focusing on self-love because you were connected to heavy on spirituality. That was your brand new beginning. You gained the knowledge that you needed. You were betrayed in some sort of way, but there's a silver lining in all of this. You have a brand new beginning. Why are you still sitting in this energy of discontent and boredom? And the wealthy man's like, well, how did you like it back there? Eight of Pentacles, this would be like you needed to master the skill for whatever it was. And you're like, I loved it there. Okay, the Hierophant. I'm a teacher now. That you being part of that community. Yeah, it's like now you're ready. Now you're ready. Leo season, it's here. Okay. Something about it. Show me the poverty card. It was all done through the deception anyway. It was done through deception. Possibly from someone that's an authority figure. Someone that is intellectually smart and knowing how to keep you somehow imbalanced and in poverty because you were too smart, or you knew about their secrets, or you knew about their strategy, or you could have been this very calculated person that's like, how do you know what you know? You're just the Page of Swords. This is like you going up against the boss. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm smarter than you. And they don't like that shit. Okay? They don't like that. In my Angel Tarot, I can't remember what card it is, but there's one that speaks about you being an influence to the men of law or the men of religion. Something like that. Ten of Cups. I mean, whatever, float your boat here with your love life. Somebody's very desirable out here. Could be you, could be that person. I don't know. But there will be communication coming through. All right, that's what it is. There will be communication. You said that sounds challenging. Could be. Let's just be clear. The wealthy man would have enough money to make something work in their favor. That would be Saturn energy. This person knows the laws. This person is able to create order in some sort of way to make it work in their favor. Right? Are you the God, all right, that rules the whole damn world? No. Technically, you can say that because there's rules or regulations to something or restrictions to something, but you don't control everything, right? You have to kind of work in harmony with the other energies. Whatever the adjudication is here is just in connection to this lover. Okay? I wanted to say something else and it just kind of like went. I don't think it's that important, but that's what I got. Let me pull one more from Answer Oracle and I'm out of here. What do we need to know stepping into the 23rd now that we're here out of the 22nd? What do we need to know stepping into the 23rd? You're a leader. That's how people see you. You can handle your own. All right, you're a core figure specifically to an organization, or again, you are Saturn's child. Let's be clear whether you're feminine or masculine. So again, you could have heavy Capricorn or heavy Aquarian energy in your chart, or It could be that Saturn now being in the sign of Aries could feel like you're bossed up. You're not afraid to take a risk. You're not afraid to take that leap of faith in starting whatever it is that you feel is going to be successful, because it required you to continue to be ambitious and persevere towards your goals or whatever it was that you were wanting to accomplish. I love you all. I'll catch you on the next one. Good night.